Section 6.5 Logarithmic Properties Part 1 video. In this video, we'll talk about the product rule, the quotient rule, and the power rule. Those first three have to deal with expanding and condensing logs. And then we'll use the change of base formula as well. So here we go. Use the power rule of logs to expand the following. Well, the power rule says whatever is up here on the this is log base A of x raised to the p can come to the front. Okay, so if we're sitting here with log base 9 of n to the 14, so that 14 can come to the front, so that is 14 log base 9 of n. All right. Now, it says write this as a sum or difference, basically expanding it. So if you have a log that's being divided, then you can separate it by a subtraction. So this would be, let's see, this would be the log of W12 minus the log of y to the 18. Now let's not forget about the power rule. That would make these come to the front, right? So this is 12 log W minus 18 log y. Okay? Now, the next we look at is a product rule for logs. Okay? It says if you have two things being multiplied, you can separate them by an addition. So we have the log of 13, base 13 of 2, plus the log base 13 of t. There you go. Now, let's look at the next one. This one normally would just be two logs, right? We've got multiplication. Normally, it would just be log of 77 plus the log of c to the 7. Of course, we'd move that out, right? Out to the front like that. But they said each factor prime numbers. So if you take 77, factor it to prime numbers, that's 7 and 11. So we're going to split this into log 11 plus log of 7 plus 7 log of c. And that's what would go up top. Normally you don't do that, but for this particular problem, they wanted you to. Okay? Now, let's look at this. Write the expression as a sum or difference of logs. So we're going to expand it out. So here we go. We've got the log base 8 of 512 plus the log base 8 of x. Now, be careful when you are dealing with numbers, because you need to, or some questions will want you to evaluate the log of a number. So if you take the log of 500, log base 8 of 512, you'll get 3. Now, how are we going to do that? Well, that would be the log of the, let's see, a over b. That would be the log. Let's change these. Log base b of a. That'd be log of a over the log of b. We can take it and make it a common log, and we call this change of base formula. Okay, so if we do that over here, we could say the log of 512 divided by the log of 8. When you do that, you get 3. So that's going to be your answer right there. So evaluate. It's because it said simplify logs of numbers whenever possible. Okay, so that's going to tell me, hey, I need to do this. All right. Now let's look at another one. This one happens to be a natural log. Okay, so you need to understand this property. A natural log, when you natural log an e, they cancel and leaves you with just the exponent up top. Okay, a natural log kills an e. So if we look at this, we'll go natural log of 10 plus the natural log of e to the 8. Well, that's great here, but this cancels. So it's natural log of 10 plus 8. So I do not have to worry about the natural log of 10. I could just leave it there, okay? So this is going to be the end of part 1 video for for section 6.5, logarithmic properties, part 1.